Well, it's now 6:06. It is that time of year to welcome fall and Oktoberfest to downtown Milwaukee.
The annual Bavarian Festival started in Germany more than 200 years ago. Bridget Shanahan is live this morning at the Marcus Center with more on the history behind the fall celebration. Bridget?
That's right, Vince and Susan. We're inside one of these 5,000 square feet beer tents at the Marcus Center. There's another one across the lake at Pier Marquette, where Oktoberfest is also happening this weekend. And Hans Weisgerber is here. He runs the Old German Beer Hall and is helping with things on the other side of the river. So tell us a little bit about the history. Vince mentioned 200 years ago this all got started, and we were talking about this. This started with a wedding.
It did. It was the royal wedding for the Crown Prince of Bavaria, and it was the first wedding, royal wedding, to which the public was invited. It was such a great party that it went on for a week, and the next year they said, well, nobody's getting married, but we need to have that party again. And it's been now turned into a 3-weekend-long celebration and all the days in between, so 16 days, and it's been going on in Munich for 200 years, and millions of people come to it, and we're just trying to emulate that German heritage here in Milwaukee.
It's unbelievable to think that somebody would be celebrating, or people all over the world really now are celebrating a wedding more than 200 years after it happened. And a lot of people think this has something to do with harvest time and farmers being finished, and it's got a little bit to do with that, but more with the wedding.
That was the whole idea, was that the timing of it was between the time when crops finished growing and between the time that you can harvest them. So the farmers just had to wait so they could come to the wedding, and that's how they passed their time, was drinking beer.
And I want to ask you about Bavaria too, because this is all a Bavarian festival, which is obviously part of Germany, Bavaria is, but tell us a little bit about that place.
Well, Bavaria is a kingdom, or was a kingdom, and has a very independent attitude. I like to say it's kind of like the Texas of Germany. They look at themselves as their own nation, and they have a lot of great heritage. Lederhosen, dirndls, beer, sausage, pretzels, those are all real Bavarian things, and they really own Oktoberfest. That's their festival.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Hans Weisgerber, he runs the Old German Beer Hall. He runs the beer garden over at Estabrook. Thank you. Why am I forgetting that place? And we're at Oktoberfest. It's running all weekend long right here in downtown Milwaukee at the Marcus Center and across the river at Pier Marquette Park. Live in Milwaukee this morning, Bridget Shanahan, today's TMJ4.
Too many fun places to remember, Bridget. That's what happened there.
I know. So many beer gardens.
Yes, up next on Live at Dave.